Okay, alright, we're here. Firestorm versus PowerMade. We're just waiting for everyone to rejoin this lobby, to join up in this lobby, and yep, there's Cobalt, as expected. And PowerMade is going to be rocking today Black. They're going to have Steezo, Viper, and Reese's. I'm pretty sure it's the same squad that they ran last week, so I expect the same level of play. The inverse goes true for Firestorm. I mean, this is the same crew they ran last week, and two pretty good results. 3-2 victory after, kind of semi-disappearing, quote-unquote, from the competitive team battle scene. They've all been doing their own thing, but now, they're finally back and ready for action, and they're really showing that, yeah, they still got it. And this game is going to be a fight between Cobalt. It's going to be Cobalt and Ivan going up against Black and Viper. And the reason why I say that is because last match, Firestorm was almost entirely off the back of Ivan and Cobalt's aggressive offensive plays. They created a lot of space for Super Milk and for Gabriel to just be able to do their thing without having to undergo too much pressure. And last week, as if you guys forgot, Black had a really good performance in tandem with Viper. Black kind of set it up, or Viper kind of set Black up, and Black came in with the finish. So we'll see how this kind of matchup goes. In regards to my predictions, I'm really not sure how this game will go, because I can very easily see a 3-0, but I can also see this going to a game 5. It really just depends on, I think it'll depend, at least for Firestorm, on how they play in this first map. Like, they were able to have the mental fortitude to go all the way to 5 games without too much hassle. They still, they managed to keep up the motivation and momentum, but we'll see, because PowerMade plays a bit different from how ID plays in regards to their team play and sort of the little stuff that PowerMade does. So we're gonna have to see if Firestorm can adjust properly to this kind of play style of everyone being far but close, far enough that they can take their own fights and take their own 1v1s, but close enough that, if their teammate gets in trouble and they can help, they have no problems pulling up and helping. So, heading into game 1, this is a pretty standard heat check for both teams. I mean, WNA Academy, it's just about which team comes out swinging first, and we'll see how this kicks off. I mean, a pretty standard start, 4 people mid. I mean, it isn't anything too crazy, but right off the bat, Ivan alone, and this is exactly what I was talking about, right? When you're playing against a team who, they all play far but close together, it really creates a huge problem when you try to make the individual plays that Cobalt and Ivan were making last week. So we'll see. Good pin by Black. We'll see though. Good finish by Gabriel. If Black's teammate was close by, it would have just been over. And Gabriel, I don't think he's done yet. Reese's under fire, but Viper's there to help, but not for long, as Cobalt comes in, takes Gabriel's place, but Reese's still gonna get out of that alive somehow, some way. Of course, as I say that, gets KO'd by the Power Buster from Super Milk, and the back reaches. And this game right now is deadlocked, and Cobalt again with the hit into Punishing Blade, but Viper and Steezo say no Cobalt, no Punishing Blade today, and put him away. And I always put high value on the first Punishing Blade. If your first Punishing Blade goes your way, then it creates so much momentum for your team. Black has Tornado looking to use a Viper with the Rocket. We'll see how many that gets. Gets no one but it gets Ivan, actually. Very unfortunate for Ivan, but Good setup by Gabriel and Super Milk, but it doesn't end up being a conversion. And Viper is there to clean up shop. Gets one. Or doesn't get one, actually. They're both still alive. Still pressuring. On the other side, Black with no HP chooses to continue to aggress. There's really no reason for, when you have that low HP, there's no reason to continue playing aggressive. You're just going to end up dying for free. Good Epon by Viper. Tornado by Reese's. And this is still a deadlocked game. Even play from both teams. Second Punishing Blade for Cobalt. This is where the money is at. So, let's see what they get. Going for Reese's. Gets the drone. Gets Reese's. And it's probably just going to finish by getting this drone as well. I consider that pretty good value. Getting one drone, one person with Punishing Blade, I think it's good enough for me. Now, Cobalt is still looking. And gets him to parry with Black. That's one. One hit, two hit. Black dashes out. Really smart decision. Knows he has the ability to dash out safely. Not enough HP to actually fight it out. Good play. And Cobalt, thought they had a confirmed kill. And ends up being a turnaround. No, Cobalt again dashes out again. Fires back at Viper and misses the timing on the break attack. Did not react fast enough to their play. No harm, no foul. Or maybe not. Is Cobalt just gonna live here? No one? Alright. I guess we take those. Good Epon by Reese's. And this is a small lead for PowerMade. And they're probably about, like, there may be one drone and a handful of good plays. And this is maybe the first good play that they need to start bringing this one back for Firestorm. Really good setup. Super Milk gets the KO on Reese's. This is massive. Second Punishing Blade by Cobalt. Doesn't manage to find too much value, but does manage to take the drone. And now we're looking deadlocked. This is a deadlock game. Good Dragon by Steezo to steal mid drone. And Cobalt gets bound again, and as you can see, there's a huge fight in mid, just trying to scrap for the extra points, but it looks like PowerMade has secured himself enough of a lead where this game might be over and done with. 2 seconds left. And Viper, Epon Master. 5 Epons from Viper definitely secures this game. Again, right, this game was deadlocked, but it's just a handful of small plays that PowerMade made across the way that really allowed them to, get that small lead and manage to maintain it. They never stuck around longer than they had to. They made plays when they knew that they probably should, and they played safe when they knew that they didn't have an advantage. So, I mean, really good play, really good way to get a lead and secure it, and props to PowerMade for winning that game 1. So we'll have to see what Firestorm wants to do to adjust. And remember what I said about, this Firestorm team. It's like they went down early. Are they gonna bring it back? Do they still have the fire left in them to come back swinging? I mean, I fully expect a WNA pick here again, because it's kind of like, nah, you guys beat us on a fluke. There's no way. If we just did this play here and that play there, yeah, we can bring it back. So we'll probably run it back. We'll see though. We'll see what they decide. And I mean, that game when, as I mentioned, right, Viper, he played a massive role in that game. He's carrying 5 Epons, helping their teammates gain advantages across the map, get turn bad situations into good situations for them, shut down Cobalt's Punishing Blades, so on and so forth. And Viper is really the person to watch this series for how PowerMade executes their game plan. And exactly as I expected, right? They said, no, you guys beat us on a fluke. You can't beat us again. You're not gonna beat us again. Bet. And we got another match in WNA Academy. Again, probably going to see the same standard in Firestorm. I mean, they're just going to come out saying, hey, we're not switching anything up. We know that we're better on this match. So we got to play like it. And, I mean, I have full faith. I mean, that Cobalt didn't have as good as a game as they would have hoped. Ivan, again, had a relatively quiet game, which is definitely not what you want when those two players are kind of the cornerstone of how you run your offensive game plan. Gabriel and Super Milk, I mean, they're doing their own thing, but you know, Soundhammer has a lot less effectiveness when the weapons that they're supposed to be supporting aren't having the games that they need to have in order to, you know, come away with victory. So game 2 should kick off. We should see the same standard start, the same standard fights at the beginning, but we'll see if Firestorm, you know, changes it up just a little bit, or if they trust in their own mechanical skill in order to secure the game. And Ivan wastes no time getting in there. Already going on the Omega aggressive. Black, good by Gabriel. Black dashes out the parry again. You don't want to be in a parry situation. It's a lose-lose no matter what. Stay dashing out the parries, and guess what? Black gets rewarded for his troubles by dashing out of that parry. Gets a free E-pawn on Ivan when Ivan was least expecting it. Excellent work. Gabriel unfortunately wasn't there to help in time. Loses the mid drone, loses their weapon, and this is a pretty solid lead early for PowerMade. Nice 3-2 start for him. Cobalt gets taken out again. Steezo with Dragon already looking to make a play. Next person oversteps. Good patience by Steezo to know that they're just probably going to run the gun. You should see a Dragon on this drone mid. No, instead decides to hold it. He looks for the aggressive Dragon, wanting to make a play on that target. Doesn't get the E-pawn for it, unfortunately, but Steezo's definitely looking to finish it off. Cobalt takes out Viper, but trades for it with his life when he never needed to. There's definitely opportunity to dash out the parry, and Steezo is looking for more. Gets on Ivan, and Gabriel there to save Ivan's life. That would have been seriously disaster if Ivan died there as well. But now Cobalt, the invisible punishing blade, looking, or Ivan actually, the invisible punishing blade, looking for revenge on Steezo, but you have no HP. There's no reason to pop punishing blade. You know, you're not playing drill, so you don't get the HP regen that you would want. Super Milk steals the drone from Reese's, and Reese's is still looking for action. When Reese's should just leave. Go Reese's, run. You got better places to be, and Reese's does just that. The other side of things, pretty good rocket for Firestorm. Steezo secures the Dragon E-pawn, and this is a really good rocket for PowerMade. Securing the drone mid. Don't even have to fight, and you can look at the lead. It's a nice, comfortable 3K lead. I don't want to say comfortable, because bigger comebacks could happen on this map, but we'll see. Ooh, good break by Cobalt, but prioritizes the wrong target. Leaves Viper alone gunbound, and Viper gets away alive when they really should not have. The invisible Cobalt trying to make these individual plays to bring their team back in the game, but really is going to avail to almost nothing. Cobalt dies here, gives a free E-pawn to Steezo. This lead's only getting bigger. Gabriel takes out Black. Black's got welcome to the Soundhammer's universe. How unfortunate. Steezo again with the Dragon. You should see the Dragon on Super Milk. Super Milk tornadoes the Dragon. Hits Steezo with it. Really good heads up play. And Super Milk should secure the drone and get out. Steezo bound. We'll see if Ivan goes for him. Cobalt low instead. Good conversion. Super Milk. Reese's dodges the weapon break. Getting chased by Cobalt, I believe. Punishing blade. Ivan looking for something. Super Milk gets bound, and Black's there to clean it up. Cobalt is there to trade it back, however. Oh, loses the parry. Double bind by Steezo. Oh my goodness, what a play. Unfortunately traded off for the rocket. It ends up being a 1-for-1 exchange, but with that rocket, Firestorm's taking the lead, and we're at a deadlock. Super Milk trying to get more value, getting one last tornado. Gonna try to farm tornado off this drone just to be able to secure it, but gets bound instead. Is anyone around? No one's around. You see Gabriel hitting Black with the infinite, and Black dies in 5 seconds left. This is gonna come down to bonuses. Good E-pawn by Steezo. And right now it's double E-pawn. Good work by PowerMade. Oh my goodness. PowerMade. So this is something that they have been doing in scrims. This is something that they've practiced. This is something that they go over, and they really did a good job making sure that there was no way they were going to lose the game. You know, they buckled down and say, hey, we're going to go for double E-pawn master this game. Similar to, you know, NWA versus Kunoichi, how Kunoichi stole away that first game in that series due to getting triple E-pawn master. I mean, PowerMade doing right the same. game looked close until it wasn't. So excellent work by PowerMade. And now we're in a hole. Now Firestorm's thinking to themselves, what are we going to do? You know, we lost the heat check twice on WNA. So now we have to, do we want to dig into our bag of other maps and practice the strategies that, you know, we've briefly gone over? Or do we want to say, no. All right, first game, it was close. You guys PowerMade shouldn't have won. We should have taken that regardless. Game 2, they only won because of double EPON master. So today they run it back again to WNA and say, hey, this time we're gonna be better. This time is the time that we're gonna win this map. So we'll have a little look-see, see what they want to pick. I'm expecting WNA once again, but we are going to have to see. And I mean, their comms, right? They're probably, you know, they might be a little frustrated from not being able to, you know, get the conversions that they've been, you know, that they were able to get last week versus ID, and have, you know, they haven't had this nearly the same value in their punishing blades due to, you know, Viper always being there, Stizo with the dragons, Viper with the polymorphs, just continuously shutting them down. You know, if they get a hold of Reese's or Black, you know, they're just gonna eat a tornado to the face. And game 3 this is pivotal, and it looks like, you know, they originally Firestorm. They were gonna go to WNA Academy to say heat check part 3, but this time turns out it's Croissant Arena. And I think now, look, I'm not gonna say anything until the game has started, but I think that this is a really big mistake for Firestorm. You know, they took games last series against ID on Croissant Arena, but the thing is, they're up against a team, and more specifically a player, who only plays on Croissant Arena. This team has practiced Croissant Arena so many times. PowerMade, I'm speaking of that. Oh no. This could go really badly really quickly if Firestorm doesn't have a solid strategy. You know, every time I see Stizo in ranked, it's Croissant Arena. Every time I see PowerMade in ranked, it's Croissant Arena. You know, every time PowerMade scrim, it's Croissant Arena. Like, this map is, you know, they're probably more comfortable on this map than they are on WNA, and this map hasn't even been out for you know, a whole 2 months yet. So we're gonna have to see. If Firestorm doesn't come out swinging, they could easily find themselves in a really deep hole, and it'll be really hard for them to, you know, to bring themselves out of it. So let's have a little look. Should see a relatively standard start. We'll see if they either go passive or aggressive here. Most teams end up going aggressive, trying to take fights early, while, you know, some other teams kind of just play back and try to look for getting those first couple drones in a safe, clean manner. But looks like Firestorm, they just want to fight. Nice little 2v2 at Red Mouth. We'll see if that converts to anything. Firestorm gets the drone. Ivan's bound though, and in a parry situation that Ivan wins, and goodbye Reese's. Oh no, Reese's says no sir. Another round? Good. Reese's dashes out, says I don't want to take this. I'm playing Hammer. I need to live. And Reese's turns the situation around on Ivan with a really well placed gun grenade. Good play. Good plays and relatively good decision making. Because Reese's could have left that parry situation earlier and done the same thing a lot, twice over, but instead plays a little risky and still gets rewarded for it. And Cobalt, for his punishing blade, you know, you have to get value out of this punishing blade. You can't use this punishing blade and get nothing out of it, but Cobalt makes a terrible mistake of getting punishing blade when they're not in the position to actually do anything with it, and this punishing blade is going a relative waste. Manages to get one EPON out of it, but that's at the end of the duration, which is definitely not even close to what you want. Only one EPON, no drones, on a target that was already confirmed dead anyway. Like, this is definitely not what you're looking for when it comes to a punishing blade. Good KO on Stizo by Reese's, and look at the score, 4K lead, which is relatively decent lead in the early game. Reese's gets taken out by Ivan's punishing blade, so let's see if Ivan can get anything else out of it. Black and Steezo, big 2v2, good tornado by Black to hit both targets. Black says, I got my E-Pawn, I'm out of here. We go next. Viper in Firestorm spawn. Gets the tornado on Gabriel. Secures the crush on the small drone. And Reese's, or Viper, sorry, patrolling the upper half of the map. And PowerMade's running this double hammer, which I consider to be probably the best composition due to the fact that you can do what PowerMade is doing right now. You know, one hammer patrols the bottom half, the other hammer patrols the top half, and you just continuously have two sources of points. Reese's gets caught out and gets E-Pawn for a good break attack by Cobalt. And Firestorm looking for signs of life here. Second punishing blade. Can Cobalt get any value out of it? This is huge. And right now, Flex says no value, but Ivan there to save Cobalt and managed to get an E-Pawn out of it. Not ideal, but it's going to have to do. You need all the points that you can get at this stage of the game. Down 8k, 50 seconds left. You need to make sure that the rest of the drones on the map go your way. Otherwise, this game is just over right now. Good parry by... Oh, man. Good parry win by Gabriel. Black, though, trades it off. Black again with the plays. Let's see if Super Milk can save Gabriel. Good tornado on the bound body, but Steezo looking to still convert. Excellent team play by both teams, and it turns what would be a disaster that could have gone both ways to an even 1-for-1 trade. Steezo gets caught by Gabriel. Gabriel not using the standard Iron Noise conversion. Shout out Curlfang for that one of Kunai into hit. Good Punisher Blade kill by Cobalt. And 10 seconds left. 7k to 5k. That rocket will not kill the big drone, so Gabriel's gonna try and he's gonna have to run to get it before time runs out. And with, you know, 3-4k lead, it's just not possible. PowerMade with the statement win. PowerMade coming into the season, you know, I've been talking with them a lot. I've been saying, yo, like, you know, new strategies, you know, you get new additions to the team, and you know they've been fairly confident coming into the season. They're really looking to grow. They're really looking to improve as a team, and this win is just a statement win. Beating Firestorm in a 3-0 fashion is not an easy task whatsoever. Firestorm is an extremely strong team, and they really proved that last week. But I guess PowerStorm is just a level above everyone else right now with what they've shown. Back-to-back 3-0s. PowerMade looking like the #1 team in Division 2 right now. So excellent series of games, and PowerMade really showing that they didn't come to mess around. So GG's on both sides.